reports. Supporters of this referendum argue that law is being used to discriminate against girls.
If enacted, the proposed referendum would try to enforce President Donald Trump's stance on the federal Title IX law, barring sex discrimination in schools. Some female students argue trans athletes have an unfair advantage.
To walk into the state championship to see a biological male there and to lose to a biological male, that's betrayal.
Some girls also don't want trans athletes in their locker room.
I have spoken to a couple girls, and for the most part, it's being uncomfortable. Their coaches say that that person has a right to be in there and that these girls are wrong for feeling that way.
The governor, state attorney general, and Maine Principals Association have all upheld the Maine Human Rights Act and refused to ban trans athletes from participating in the sport of the gender with which they identify. Republican leaders say polls show a majority of Mainers side with female athletes on this issue. The group Protect Girls Sports in Maine will need about 68,000 signatures from registered voters to get this on next year's ballot. Its proposal would require Maine schools to designate male and female teams based on birth certificates.
Every student will have the right to play sports under our initiative. They can play on their biological sex team, or they can play co-ed. Yes,
but not girls sports.
Well, that's just simply not safe. It's not fair.
Equality Maine says what's not fair is discriminating against trans students.
And an attempt like this would again single out a certain group and make them second-class citizens in a school, and that doesn't make schools welcoming and inclusive of anybody. It's been 20 years since we've had this law in the books, and so I'm hopeful that this isn't going to pass.
At least 6 school districts in Maine have already banned trans athletes from girls' sports and girls' locker rooms, going against state law. In Portland, Brad Rogers, CBS 13 News.